Coach Englett, thanks for the time today to ask you a few questions about the facility. It looks great. First question I wanted to ask you, Coach, is, we understand your school, your athletic department is well known for recruiting young athletes here to Northwest Florida. How instrumental is the structure of the basketball facility in attracting talent?
Well, Jay, we've had great success in recruiting prior to this facility, but this facility probably is as fine facility as there is in the National Junior College Athletic Association. And with this facility and what we have here, I know one thing: we're not going to lose a recruit because of facilities. Any young man or young woman that comes in here and walks this facility and sees it has to be very impressed, and we have to be in the top 3 or 4 for their signature.
That sounds good. Of all the sports floor manufacturers, why did you choose Robbins Floor?
Well, just had great success with Robbins back in '92. In the old facility, we had the Robbins bow channel floor put in there, and everybody that played there. And we've had schools from all over the Midwest, South, Southeast play there, have all said it was the finest floor they had played on. And then when we came to this right here to build this facility, I was adamant about 3 things, 2 of which were I wanted a Robbins bow channel floor, and of course I wanted Covington to install it.
So you can obviously say that the Biochannel Classic floor system that you chose, you could tell the difference in it and other floors.
Oh, without question. This floor has a softness, a feel to it because of the biochannels, the way it's put in, and things like that. There are a lot of floors that are older floors and things like that we play in, that there's such a hardness to the floor. And we have found over the last 19 years, we have had fewer injuries like shin splints and things like that because of our floor. It gives you, the kids seem to think it gives you a little bit of bounce. So we've had few injuries with this court and with the Robbins system.
We talked a little bit about recruiting. What impact do you think that the floor and the surface of the effect that it has on the arena will have on the overall sports program at Northwest Florida?
Well, we've got excellent baseball and softball facilities. Now we have this. Kids want to play in a first-class facility. And this facility right here in recruiting is going to be a really big plus. The floor, and as you well know, when everybody gets in here, the great seating, the concourse, and all the other things, everybody looks at the floor. I think our floor, staying with the parquet, is a uniqueness that sets us apart, because you'll hear kids say, I'm going to play on the parquet floor. So I think everything is and with this facility, and especially the floor and the portable systems and all the clocks and things like that, is really going to enhance the total athletic program. And with this facility, we're able to incorporate wall of fames and things like that brings the baseball and softball people so folks can see it. And so it's just been outstanding.
What kind of feedback have you received so far about the floor and its performance?
Well, all of our players, the visiting team, all those kind of people are just like everybody else that walks into this, can be described in one word: wow. There is a wow factor when teams come in here. This floor will look like this for the next 10 or 15 years. It'll always maintain its integrity because of the way that Robbins designed it and the way that Covington put it in. But it's just been outstanding, and everybody talks about everything, but when people walk in, they say, wow, look at that floor.
Great. Talk about your relationship with Covington Flooring and how helpful they've been during this experience over the years.
Well, I can't say anything but positive things about Covington Flooring. I remember in '92 when they came in, Mr. Joe Sr. was still with them, and they came in and put the floor in. We would always have them come in at Christmas time every year and finish it. They have been very, very helpful. We had a couple of things, not their fault, but in the dressing rooms with the floor where there was some water leakage. They got right down here and fixed it. You know, the thing I like about Covington, I can pick up the phone and call Joe Jr., and if he's not in, he calls me back. Their customer relations, the way they handle things, from Joe on down through you being the representative and stuff like that, extremely helpful. I've always been a proponent of Covington putting floors in, and I would truly recommend to anybody that's going to put a new floor in to consider Covington as their vendor to put the floor in.
Great. Thank you, Coach.